All right, what's up, everyone? Today we are here and get ready to ascend the throne of gaming. And we're here to talk about Intel Z790. Today we're running a little light. As you'll notice, it's just me today, no Howard. But we also got Angela, producer Mikey, and Calvin here in the studio with us. So let's talk about a little bit about Z790. So some of the new Intel technologies we're going to see with this CPU are an improvement on the core count and the thread count. It's got 8 performance cores and 16 efficiency cores. So this is coming back again, which we saw from Z690, and this will help kind of split your computer task up to run on the most efficient way possible. We got some new Intel technologies like Intel Speed Optimizer to boost your CPU speed. We got Intel Dynamic Memory Boost, boosting your memory speed. And we got Thread Director, which will kind of automatically assign your tasks to different threads. So one other thing they did bump up is going to be the 36 megabytes of Smart Cache. And returning is going to be stuff like XMP3, which gives you all your memory profiles, your memory speed boosts. DDR5 is going to be up to 5600, and DDR4 is 3200. So you're going to see a couple of returning features, technologies such as Thunderbolt 4, Wi-Fi 6E, and PCIe 5. And I saw earlier in the chat that there's going to be questions about 12th gen support. So 12th gen and 13th gen, they're both going to support each other. You might need to do a BIOS update, but it's going to be pretty easy on our boards with our QFlash Plus, and we'll get into that a little bit later. I also saw something about XMP or Expo, and you just need to make sure your memory kit supports, either XMP or Expo, and it'll be able to run. So another thing is going to be cooler compatibility. Anything that worked on the previous generation will also work for this generation as well. So if you have any more questions as we're going, just shoot us a question on any of our socials. We're still going to be doing an AMA on our Instagram story, so just follow along there and kind of, if you're curious, let us know, and we'll do our best to get to all the questions. So now let's get into a little bit about what our AORUS features are and what makes them a little bit so special. So on our flagship boards, you're going to be having up to 20+1+2 on your power phases with a Cool. So as you saw from the video, this is our direct power phase, our direct power stages, and it's going to have higher efficiency, lower voltage ripple, lower temperatures. And what all this does is to kind of lower any sort of voltage or power spikes and kind of keep everything running smoothly. Another thing you'll see in our BIOS is going to be our CPU upgrade. And basically it comes with 2 profiles for BIOS. We have actually, can we do a sound check really quick? We good now. Okay, sounds like we're good. Right, so back to our BIOS profiles. We got 2 presets for you. One's going to be gaming. We're going to deactivate all the efficiency cores. So you're going to have lower temperatures. You're going to have more efficient power consumptions, and max performance, which will activate all your cores and push all your performance. So it's going to be really good for multi-core performance. Another thing that we always include in BIOS is DDR5 Auto Booster, it automatically boosts your clock speed to 5,000. And just to let you know, we have tested it internally that it can go up to 8,000 and beyond. So that's going to depend a little bit more on your side, what kit you have, and a little bit of your ability on overclocking. So to basically, how do we support all these new power changes and performance boosts? You're going to need a lot of our new thermal designs. And so you can kind of see here really quick, we do have all these thermals, the new upgraded heat sinks, and we have a short video about it that we're going to play, which will kind of give you an expanded view. Cool. So as you saw in that video, we got the direct touch heat pipe again, which is underneath these heat sinks. And you'll notice they're very large, and this is, it's to keep everything running cool and smoothly. So our fins array 3, this one is a 10 times total increase of the contact surface area. This helps dissipate the heat as efficiently as possible. We got our returning M.2 Thermal Guard 3 for throttle-free PCIe performance, your M.2 performance. And something special, which we actually don't have with us today, but it's going to be on our Z790 Extreme board. And this is going to be Thermal Guard Extreme 2. And I think we have a graphic for this one. Right. So as you can see, it is extremely massive. And, instead of having all the heat pipes on one side, it now comes out from both sides. So with this larger surface area, it's actually 50 times more dissipation, which actually translates into 50 degrees cooler operation as well. So it's massive, and we do it this way so you don't have to worry about any thermal throttling. Nowadays, M.2 drives are getting faster and faster, and as a result, you're going to need better thermal solutions. Yes, it is super thick. So everything is coated with our nanocarbon coating, and this is 10% cooler than traditional designs. So we'll get into a little bit about our build quality here, and I'd like to focus a little bit on the PCB itself. So on the PCB, there's a shielded section of the motherboard, and we call it the shielded memory routing. For Z790, this is the second generation, so we've actually made improvements on it, and it kind of helps keep all your signal traces clean. And it's built on server grade material. So this is going to help maintain your high signal speed transmissions and low signal loss. One thing that you've started seeing recently on our boards, and we've brought it here again, is going to be these the kind of reinforced slots we have. So not only is it going to be on our RAM, it's going to be on the PCIe slot, and you can't see it, it's underneath the heatsink, but it's also the M.2 slot as well. So, why do we do these and why does it matter? It's to help kind of protect your board, make sure everything's running smooth, you don't damage any critical components. And PCIe slot, I think, is especially helpful because we have bigger and bigger graphics cards. So everyone knows those are now over 3 slots, like 3.5, almost to 4. And maybe you guys never seen it on your side, but as a partner, we see it where some people have ripped out their PCIe slots, either completely or they snap their PCIe fins on their cards, something like that. And this way, we do have reinforced slots. Again, all this is going to be on an 8-layer PCB from master and up, so that's master and extreme. And we've also improved a lot on the connectivity. So all of the boards, Z790 and up, they're going to be 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. And then when you get to something like the master and extreme level, which is our more premium selections, this is 10 gigabits and up. On the Wi-Fi side, we brought back Wi-Fi 6E, and we have something new called Wi-Fi 6E DCT. This is double connect technology. And why is that important? It's because it allows you to connect to either 2.4 or 5 and 6 gigahertz bands at once. And it will allow you to kind of it'll kind of allow you to allocate bandwidth to what you want to do the most. So background stuff can go on 2.4. Maybe you're gaming, you're streaming, or whatever it is that you really want to focus on, that will go on your 5 and 6. On the sound end, audio end, I mean, we do have the returning ESS Saber DAC, the hi-fi audio. So all of it is audiophile grade components. You kind of see it a little bit easier. You know, we're not going to zoom in, but it's just like red stuff, gold stuff down there. Those are all audiophile grade caps. Oh, nice. Right. So just right along here. And there's also a shielded section of the motherboard too, so it prevents kind of your signal interference and everything. We also have DTS:X Ultra. This is for your 3D spatial audio for, you know, as best 3D positioning sound that you can. This will help a lot in your games, even movies, for a more immersive experience. So we do have some pretty cool customizations this time around. Again, we don't have the Extreme in the office here today, but we do have a cool graphic for this to kind of show you the customizable LCD screen. So this is a 2.8-inch LCD display, and it can show all sorts of information that you might find important: your CPU temperature, your CPU clock, memory clocks, and your VRR temperatures. Now, you can also put that pretty cool looking AORUS Tesseract kind of thing on there. So you do have some cool graphic options as well, and some different lighting patterns. On the motherboard itself, you also find a lot of your returning LED and RGB functions. This one on the master, I think, is pretty cool. It's got a little wave thing going on. You also find LED light strobe support on the motherboard itself. So, moving on to some of our user experience upgrades. In our BIOS, we have easy mode. So, you know, software has been kind of a pain point for any sort of hardware partner. You know, everyone kind of knows this part. And we've made a lot of changes to our BIOS to kind of address these. We have the easy mode. So you have a change log, you have favorites menu. This will help you kind of navigate and make changes easier and tweak your BIOS, because, you know, I know not a lot of people like to do it, but if you want to get your best performance, you know, that's how you're going to do it. So you'll also see a lot of stuff just about your storage information, so whatever's on your SATA, your M.2, your PCIe slots. And on the software side, we've made a lot of improvements, actually. You know, I personally think we did a really good job with the new GIGABYTE control center. It is a lot easier. So it does have a main menu, which it automatically detects all of your GIGABYTE hardware. It's all one platform. So here you can kind of see in the graphic, we got a motherboard, we got a graphics card. You can kind of make changes to it as well. It'll automatically detect your hardware. From there, you can have different drivers. It'll show you which drivers you need. You can select which ones you want to do, which ones you don't. And then, you know, with one click of a button, you can easily install everything. You can also access some of the other programs like RGB Fusion and SmartFan 6. So you can control all your different LED lighting effects. You can synchronize all of your products together. You can set your custom fan curve. You can see from here we have the Z790 AORUS Elite AX, silent, normal, full speed, and then you can set your custom fan curve. So it's all in one place now. You don't have to go around installing individual programs, trying to find the right version, you know, for your hardware. And we also got performance tweaking built in. So you can see all your CPU info. Here I got a 12th gen. Unfortunately, we didn't have a 13th gen. So use a 12, but that's cool. It's all good. Yeah, so, you know, GCC, it is a significant improvement, and it is here to make your lives as easy as possible. One other feature that we do like to include is going to be our multi-key design. It's right here. So with this button, it's a physical button, so you don't need to enter, you know, BIOS, you don't need to enter anything like that. And you can program it to either turn on and off all your RGB lighting. You can go direct to BIOS, or you can boot directly into safe mode. So if you are a person who does tweak and mess around with your settings a lot, this is going to be very helpful for you. And my personal favorite feature is going to be these easy latches. So if you have tuned into any of our AM5, you're gonna know we do have something called Easy Latch, and right here, this is Easy Latch Plus, and one press of a button can give you easy installation and removal of any sort of PCIe add-in cards. There's going to be some M.2 storage Easy Latch Plus as well. Easy Latch Plus and also non-plus versions. And the difference between that is once you install a drive, it's toolless, completely toolless solution, and you just either twist it or push it, almost like a bop it, and yeah, your drive will pop right out. So Easy Latch Non-Plus for your PCI slot will look. I do have one here on the Arrow that you can check out, and it's going to be extended lever. So you might be wondering, what's the point of that? Well, if it was the normal lever, it would be down there. You wouldn't be able to reach it due to the increased heatsink size. So with this one, it's a lot easier to reach, and it's just in and out. Cool. Another feature that we include on all our boards is going to be QFlash Plus. Now, those of you who are asking earlier, 12th gen, 13th gen, you know, how does that support work? And a lot of it might have to do with the BIOS update. So if you're on Z690, you're going to need to do that to run your 13th gen. So with QFlash Plus, what we've done is we've made it a lot easier to do these BIOS flashes. All you need to do is your motherboard power and your CPU power. So that's going to be like right here, and you don't even need the CPU in. There's a dedicated port on the back for your BIOS, and then that's it. You plug it in, you start QFlash Plus, and it'll automatically just run your BIOS like that. So we're going to go into a really quick overview of our models. Just really quick, you know, I know it's lunchtime, so a lot of people, you know, they might not have the time for this, but starting from the top, we have our Extreme. It's looking pretty cool. I really like the aesthetic this time. You have a lot of like nice LED accents. You have a lot of cool styling on it. This one's gonna have our 20+1+2 with 105 amp smart power stage. This one's gonna have the best thermals. You can see that massive, well, sorry, too used to pointing at the board. You're gonna see that massive thermal guard Extreme 2. And also Finsor Ray 3 is returning as well. This one has one PCIe 5 slot and 4 PCIe 4. I know that's going to be, you know, a lot of people want to know. And this one has Easy Latch Plus on both the PCIe and LNN storage. For the Master, yes, for the Master, it's also 20+1+2 power phases. It also has the great thermals again, but you know, maybe you don't need the Thermal Guard Extreme 2. So we have Thermal Guard 3. And this solution has proven to be effective, you know, preventing thermal throttling for all PCIe Gen 4. So, you know, if you don't need that high, this is a great option. This one also has Easy Latch Plus on both PCIe and M.2. And this is, you know, this is where you get into your enthusiast gaming, enthusiast PC building motherboards. Next up, we have Elite AX. This one's my personal favorite line. I said it before, and I stand by it. I think this is a real sweet spot for price to performance ratio. And I have the Z690 version of this in my personal build at home. So this one's going to have our twin 16+1+2 with the 60 amp smart power stages design. It's still having the advanced thermal designs with full coverage heat sinks. You'll see it extends over all of your M.2 slots, so you can put multiple drives in and not worry about any thermal throttling there. This one has Easy Latch on the PCIe and Easy Latch Plus on your storage. So if you're a storage person and you're not changing out your graphics card much, you know, this would be a great motherboard for you. And then next we got UDAC. So this one is more entry-level gaming. You'll notice a little bit less on the heat sinks, but you know, maybe you're not running that many drives, right? Over here. Oh, no, sorry. No, let's go with the big ones. Sorry. Force a habit. Yeah, so we still have really good protection on the power phases. It's got really good protection on the power phases. But if you're not pushing the performance that much, if you're not pushing that high, then this is a really good board for a lot of people. This one has easy latch on storage. So I didn't mention it yet, but I didn't forget. We're going to talk about our AORUS Z. And this is our creator-focused motherboard. One thing you'll notice is that we have included a much beefier heatsink for that first M.2 slot. And this is to accommodate those, faster and more powerful, more heat generation storage devices. We have, again, that nice white aesthetic. Not pure white. Some of you out there maybe not so into that, but this is actually, I think, is actually not bad, right? You don't want everything to be white. You want a little bit of contrast here and there, but not too much. We got you. So as a creator-focused board, you're wondering, hey, what kind of features makes this stand out, compared to gaming? So while it is still a motherboard for high performance, so you're going to see a lot of the returning features like the twin 16 plus 1 plus 2 power phase. This one has 70 amps of smart power stages. We have the heat sinks, we have the thermal guard and everything. But what really makes this one stand out is going to be something like Vision Link. And Vision Link, if you tuned into our stuff before, you kind of know it's our USB slot for data, video, and charging as well. So power delivery, this is kind of what sets it apart. This one has Easy Latch on your PCIe add-in card, and it has Easy Latch Plus on the M.2. This one also it's going to have one PCIe 5 M.2 and 4 additional M.2s PCIe 4. So there's a lot of information, and you probably forgot, I'll say 2/3 of it by now. So we're going to do a quick recap just on, what models have what features, to kind of set it apart. So first off, let's start with Easy Latch. And you'll kind of notice the breakdown here. If you want the full features, you're going to need a Master or Extreme. And then as you kind of go down the list, you got AORUS Z, Elite AX, in DDR4 and DDR5. So Elite AX is going to be where you're going to get your DDR4 option for Z790. And then UDAC. So it's not that they don't have any features, you're just going to get more as you go up. And you still have the PCIe Easy Latch on UDAC too. Next up, we're going to check out the network options because, everyone's all about the internet these days. And you'll kind of see here, if you want the best, the fastest Ethernet, the best Wi-Fi, again, look to our premium options, AORUS Master, AORUS Extreme. And these both have Wi-Fi 6E with the double connect technology. Z790 AORUS Z and Elite AX, they're still going to have 2.5 gig Ethernet and Wi-Fi 6E. And UDAC, hey, maybe you don't need that crazy internet stuff. You're still going to get 2.5 gig Ethernet, and you're going to have Wi-Fi AC on it. Cool. So the burning question on everyone's mind, where can I get it? And, how do I do that? So first off, we're getting to pricing. You're going to see it range from $200 to $800, and that's going to be from UDAC up to Elite AX to AORUS Z, then Master, then Extreme. So this is a pretty similar stack to, every other launch that we've done for motherboard side. And, we kind of hit all the price tiers going up. When can you buy them? They are available now. Some of them are available now. Some are available for pre-order. Extreme, stay tuned on that one. Stay tuned to our socials, your favorite e-tailer. I don't have a definite date on that yet, but stay tuned for it. And, good things come to those who wait. And where you can get them. So, as you can see, these are North American e-tailers. And, given that we're the US office, this is the current information that we have for you. And it's going to be on your usual favorites: Amazon, Canada Computers, Memory Express, Micro Center, and Newegg. So I know we posted the Newegg link in chat already. And yeah, just hop on when you're ready. I did see someone say they were sold out, so some of the models were sold out already. So you know, kind of got to act fast, and we'll be getting more in soon. So again, thank you for tuning in to our Z790. Stay tuned to our Instagram story for the AMA. Go ahead and shoot over any questions that you have. Just let us know. We'll be answering them all day. And if you like what you see, give us a follow or sub or whatever it is that you're on. And stay tuned to our socials and our website for further developments, like when will the Extreme come. So, if you have any other favorite AORUS products, let us know what you want to see. We'll be going over some unboxings and individual model or reviews in the following weeks. And yeah, thanks for tuning in.